Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this video is another update regarding the Mark of the Beast prophecy, this time focusing on the portion of the forehead, which is the brain microchip. Okay, so in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, it says, and he calls it all, and who's that? The people that are in rulership today, specifically their ruling class. And who's in rulership? The so-called white men, who are the biblical Edomites. They are the wicked, all right? And their ruling class are the elite, the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, who are the elite bankers, all right? They have an agenda at hand, which is their New World Order agenda. And at the forefront of it is their microchip. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So they intend to give this to everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, social status, whether you're in jail or not, anything like that. They intend to microchip the entire world to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so the mark, which at G480 is the charagma. This is talking about the microchip as stamp and imprinted mark. So it is something that is put into, right, an imprint. Y'all know what that is. All right. So then it has at G5482, which is the Karax, a pale or stake. So the stake is something that is, you know, similar to the shape of like a pencil, right? That pierces something. So the Karax is the device that is used to pierce the skin to administer the microchip, right? It's just injected into the hand. Okay, so the mark of the beast is the microchip, and then it says in their right hand or in their foreheads. So the prophecy speaks to two parts of it, right? The hand and the forehead, right? It is the microchip overall, but you have the microchip in the hand, and then you have the brain microchip. They call it BCI, brain computer interface, or brain chip interface. It's all the same thing, all right? And then it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So unless you have the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, you won't be able to buy or sell. In other words, you'll be shut out from society unless you have it. You won't have access to any kind of services, not just food, but government services, medical services, anything that you can think about. You'll be shut out unless you have the microchip. And this is where the world is heading towards. All right, this prophecy is Salakio is building up faster and faster every single day. All right, there's so much information coming out regarding the systems and the development of the systems behind the microchip to allow it to work on this mandatory global scale that, you know, even if you check it daily, you just end up missing some. All right, but that's why there are many workers. You know, the prophet set up by Yahweh Shemishah, it's not just one, it's a multitude of, you know, prophets. So yeah, man, but let's tap into recent news regarding the brain microchip. All right, so Elon Musk's Neuralink plans brain implant trial for speech impairment. Billionaire Elon Musk's brain implant company Neuralink plans to launch a trial in October aimed at helping people with speech impairments translate their thoughts into text, the company's president said. Dongjin DJ Seo told an audience at the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology in Seoul this week that the study targets people who have lost the ability to speak, enabling them to go directly from brain to voice without any keyboards in between. All right, so this is a very powerful piece of technology because with this brain microchip technology, it's basically unique in the way that there has not been another creation of its sort during this lifetime, during, Esau's rulership this go around, right? That we know of, okay? So this is a very powerful piece of technology that is allowing people to do things that they weren't able to do before. And while it is that they target individuals who are in very devastating situations, really, it is judgment from Yahweh Shemishai, it is also intended for the more healthy, unafflicted person in that kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like people that are not paraplegic or, stuff like that. All right. Because I remember this a few months ago and I did a video on it. I can't remember which video, Salakio, but this black looking man, he went on the social media and he started to talk about the brain microchip, and he said that he got the brain microchip. I don't remember if it's from Neuralink or if it's from one of the other competitors like Synchron, but he said he got the brain microchip at first because he simply wanted to test and check his vitals and keep track of it, But he said what is very interesting, since he's gotten the brain microchip, as it was, advertised to be able to do such things at that time, he's saying that it has very quickly developed and evolved to another stage, which is the stage that we're seeing right now. So it's not just like people who are in critical conditions that have it. There are, what are deemed as regular everyday people that have the brain microchip. All right. So then it says, if you're imagining saying something, we would be able to pick that up, he said. Neuralink said the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has granted the device a breakthrough device designation for speech, a status that can expedite development, assessment, and review. Neuralink did not immediately respond to our request for comment. So the company began human trials in 2024, which was just last year, right? And it's developing rapidly because what happened? It came about, was spoken about, like they're like, oh, brain microchip. And then they were doing the animal trials that was successful very quickly. And then they moved on to the human trials in 2024. And since the human trials, it's just been smooth sailing for them. It's just implant after implant, success story after success story, showing it on, the various forms of media, all these kinds of things. All right. Last month, Neuralink said 12 people worldwide have received this chip, logging more than 15,000 hours of use. I don't believe that number. All right. I believe there's more. Okay. Just like that dude, unless that dude his microchip is from the Neuralink and that he's a part of that 12. But the thing about it is that every single time, from what I have observed, that they have brought about this, microchip, brain microchip, etc., they're always selling it from, a point of view where it is to aid individuals who are in certain critical conditions, right? They've spoken about how they want to help the paraplegics, they want to help the blind to talk, all these kinds of things. And the thing about it is that the blind to talk, the blind to see, so like, but the thing about it is that I kind of lost my train of thought. Right. This thing, the words that they promised that it would do, the brain microchip, it is actually occurring. Right? So they're making good on their word regarding that. Neuralink's implant is designed to help people with conditions such as spinal cord injury. The first patient has used it to play video games, browse the internet, post on social media, and move a cursor on a laptop. Right. And, I witnessed this video as well. They did put it out there on the media. Okay. Rival Synchron Inc. is also testing an implant to help people with motor impairment type on a computer. So, that's the update of it. Right. And then there's another update. This one happening about a month ago or something like that. Custom brain implant delivers personalized therapy to ease chronic pain. A new study shows that a brain implant that recognizes pain signals and delivers personalized deep brain stimulation can provide lasting relief for people with chronic pain. For people living with chronic pain, long-term relief has often seemed out of reach. Now researchers have developed a brain implant that can detect pain signals in real time and respond with targeted deep brain stimulation, offering significant lasting improvements. Chronic pain affects millions worldwide, etc., etc. Okay, so they're saying that, the brain microchip, all right, will be able to help with chronic pain. So they're advertising this microchip to be able to do all kinds of great and wonderful things, right? It seems so, powerful, and it seems like, oh wow, like it's a solution to this, a solution to that. But this is how the devil works, man. This is how he operates. All right, all of this is deceit and deception. This is the microchip, all right, which is the mark of the beast. And regarding this brain chip technology, who knows what it can really do? You know what I'm saying? Who knows the lengths of it? We know out the gate regarding the microchip is that it can track people. All right. Esau is ushering in a new level of slavery system where they want to merge people with technology. They want to have people communicating with their technology via the smart cities, the 15-minute cities. They want that technology to be merged with the people, and the people to be using that every single step along their life. Every single thing that they do, they're using the microchip to communicate with the system, right? And so that's a complete level of tracking. But what else can it do, right? They're already selling it that it's able to do all of these things, and then they're actually making good on their word that it is actually doing these things. You know what I'm saying? But how much more sinister is it actually? All right, remember, this is the Edomites, man. All right, and nothing that they do is just for your benefit. All right, and I'm talking to the children of Israel, man, and no one else. Okay, this Edomite, the so-called white man, we must remember his nature at hand. Psalms chapter 10 and verse 7, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And the word vanity here, H205, is a one which is trouble, wickedness, sorrow, right? So this is what he does, right? His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. So this is what they're doing, man. So this isn't, even though they sell it to be for people's aid, it really isn't. This is the devil at hand, man. Okay, he's all about deceiving and lying. Okay, I think it's in, let me see, is it Michael 4? No, not Michael 4. Maybe it's Malachi. It's Michael 2. And 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And this is talking about the Edomites. All right, this is how they're programmed. They're programmed to be wicked. They're programmed to bring chaos and destruction to the world. All right, this is just what they are. And so, but it does say, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And, these men are very diligent with what they're doing on the left-hand side. And they're very diligent with pushing forward with their agenda. And it is going to come to pass soon. The reason why we're seeing this rapid development of the brain microchip is because the microchip in the hand, that's been around. That's been implanted in people from America to the UK, to Europe, and I'm sure other places, and people have been using it successfully. People have been sharing that on social media, them being microchipped and them using it for its exact intended purpose. So the prophecy mentioned the forehead, and so the brain microchip, it has now come around, and it is in its, well, to me, it is past the development stage because people are microchipped successfully and people are using it as they advertised it. So, the times speak for themselves. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet, which is the prophecies of Yahweh Shemishai, is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. The end of what? The end of the rulership of the Edomites, who are the wicked. All right, and the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau's world is ending. Our kingdom is coming next, the kingdom of Yahweh Shemishai, which is the kingdom of the Israelites. But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, and it is not tarrying. Okay? It is clearly showing itself. The prophecy is speaking, man, very loudly. Okay? All of these things, all of these developments regarding it, it is like some of the final steps. All right? Because the brain microchip had to be developed, and it had to, appear successful and to do all these things, man. Okay? Because it is the prophecy at hand. And so, this is the deception of it all, man. There's a very heavy deception regarding the brain microchip. Okay? But this is what it is, man. And then there's this video here. You can see it, what's on the screen. I'm not going to play the video because, when I play the video, they be copyright striking it. And then I Googled and I saw that, like, if you get 3 copyright strikes in the span of 3 months, 90 days, then they can permanently or will permanently ban the channel. So I'm unable to play it. But this video shows you their intended goals and purpose with the microchip, where they want it to get to. All right. Girl gets brain implants and microchips, phone integrated into her body, merges with cloud. And I'm just going to put out their fair use anyway, even though I'm not going to play it fair use. And you can watch it because it shows you. Because this video came out, it's a show in the UK or something like that. It came out years ago, right? And, witnessing the development of the brain microchip in real time, it is very much heading to this same point. And there are actually, comparisons already as to what was shown in this media that Esau created regarding how the brain microchip will function. We're actually witnessing it now happening, right? The brain microchip being implanted and being able to communicate with external technologies. Okay, so we're in that time, man, and the message is clear. If you take the microchip, you're going to be destroyed, and salvation is only for the Israelites. All right. Actually, let me read it, because you never know who's new. A first-time viewer of sorts. Revelation 14 verse 9 says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if you take the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemishai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. And the Lord is going to deliver 1/3 of our people out of America, and 2/3 are going to be destroyed. Those 2/3 are going to be those of our people that would have bent the knee to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and would have accepted his solution to the hell that is coming, which is Jacob's trouble. Right? Our people are going to turn their backs to Yahweh Shemishai and is going to turn their faces to Esau, Edom, to get out of the hellish predicaments that are, very close to engulfing the world. So, the warning is to not take it and to believe and trust in Yahweh Shemishai and to have faith, and the elect will have faith. All right. And there's a lot of deception regarding this microchip, man, because this brain microchip, all of these miraculous things and all of these promises that they're making regarding it. And the fact of the matter is that it's actually happening. They're actually making good on, that promise. It really shows you what's up, man. Okay? This thing is very close. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashir Makal Kodesh, Shalom.